What's up, music lovers? Welcome once again to the Airy Q-Tip, your playlist defines your interview, where we break down customer playlist. Today, we chose an outside setting. I'm chilling here with TK. You got a playlist?
Yeah, Muna, this is gonna be the most unique, only because of it's my birthday.
Happy birthday, bro! Oh man! Happy birthday! So what's happening? What are we doing today? We're just gonna do the interview and that's it.
We're gonna do an interview. I'm not really big on birthday celebrations. Maybe when I'm 30, I'm gonna throw a party. I've never had a birthday party.
30, you're gonna get out of your 20s with a bang.
Yeah, because thing is, I've never actually had a birthday celebration, like Roma party and all that. Only because of I'm not big on that. The only time I had a birthday celebration or birthday party, I was 6. It was planned by parents.
6 years old.
6 years old. That was the last time I had a party.
Your 21st?
Next. I've never wanted one. They wanted to do me a 21st birthday. I was like, nah.
Yeah. Do you think there'd ever come a point where you're like, oh man, I don't think I want a 30th birthday. I'm just gonna be relaxed and chill. Would that come again? You know, that cloud that, you know, kept you away from making parties, 21st and so on.
I don't think so, because I feel like that's the plan that I've always had. Wait again. I feel like whenever I get to 30, I'll be having a lot to celebrate in life.
Yeah.
Because in my 20s, I was just living life. So my 20s was just for me to live. Yeah. Live life. So for me to enter 30 with a bang, like for a party and all that, it's me saying, wait again, I'm done with this life thing. Now I'm channeling into more serious thing. Maybe look into marriage and all that.
Marriage?
Yeah, it's a good idea. Yeah. It seems like a good idea. I wouldn't mind, because I'm a sucker for love anyway. So.
Alright, so let's get down to your playlist, bro. You got like Kabza on your playlist. You got Wanita Moose.
Hey, the playlist is South African inspired.
It's South African inspired, and we've never done this before on Airy Q-Tip, though.
Hey, South African inspired, because I feel like as much as we can have playlist including your Drake, including your J. Cole, we can't really relate to those guys in terms of life and lifestyle. Yeah. Hey, the reason I chose the South African playlist is because of I feel like we relate more with the upcoming of those guys in terms of growing up, blowing up. Okay, I already celebrity. There's no way that
we have our own roots.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say I'm gonna blow up. Especially in my career field, there's no way that I can say, hey, now I'm blowing up. Yeah. But you can say I'm comfortably doing well. But not now. I'm not comfortable doing well. I guess I'll be a man.
You're not comfortable?
I'm comfortable, but not comfortable doing well. The day I have meters. That's why in the playlist there's Silahlane.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
We'll get to that.
So that's the motivation right there.
Yeah. Alright, man. So your first song is by what? Angelique? What? Kidjo?
Yeah, it's Agolo.
Shimza remix.
Yeah, Shimza remix. The song, I don't understand the lyrics, to be specific, but the song itself, it has a rule. Okay, most of my songs on that playlist, especially the Afro-Tech, the Afro-Tech house, because I think the first two, it's Afro-Tech. They're inspired by, most of them were dropped. I was there.
Oh yeah.
I usually attend the Kunye and the UR event.
The what?
UR and Kunye. Yeah, the Shimza event. Yeah, so that's where they usually drop these songs,
tracks.
So that's why I'm saying they become more sentimental, because of people will not know the songs. And then when they drop them, you're like, I was there. So it's more like I lived the moment when the single was actually first heard.
So you don't know what this lady is saying on this track, right? But then why are people saying, man, it's such a spiritual song, this and that and this? I mean, do you connect to that song on that level?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like most of Afro-Tech house, well, when it comes to music, I listen to everything. I don't have like a specific genre where I say I'm a hip hop guy.
Yeah.
I'm an R&B guy.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, if a song sounds nice to me, even it could be reggae, it could be anything. If the song like sounds nice and I feel like I connect to the song whenever I'm listening to it, then I'm gonna ride with the song.
Alright, man. And track number 2 is by Zakes, Bantwini, Osama. What's up with this track?
Like I said, most of the songs are dropped. Like especially this song. This was actually my first. Was it you or Kunye? I think it was my first Kunye event. Yeah, that's when they dropped the song. Usually Kunye they host the parties at the top rooftops. Yeah, so that's when Zakes Bantwini was like, hey, let me hit you guys with a new song.
So he just came through like
he came through. Okay, it was the first time actually listening to Zakes Bantwini as a DJ.
Yeah.
Because of we all know Zakes Bantwini has been
as
always
singer,
a vocalist and all that. Yeah, so and then we're like, hey, okay, this new wave of Zakes Bantwini becoming a DJ and all that, and people will say he's trying to be Black Coffee, but whenever you try to listen to the music that Zakes Bantwini is doing, you're like, nah, this guy is very far from Black Coffee. Black Coffee, do make music, but
then
I feel like we lost.
I think the comparison comes from, remember they once released the joint thing together?
I think it was a joint EP or album.
It was an album, but it was a long album.
Yeah.
It had Bam Bam, Move,
Clap Your Hands,
Woman, was it Woman?
Woman.
That was a jam, bro.
Yeah.
That was a jam.
And then remember that's when we're still like in high school.
Yeah.
And then you're like, these are our songs. So Zakes Bantwini coming to that, doing this new thing and actually doing good in it is actually a good thing to like witness, especially with the song. The guy says he doesn't even know what the lyrics mean himself.
Yeah. Because
of that's how spiritual the song is. Okay. He's just writing like,
Yeah. But it also got me, bro. Like that track, the first time I heard it, I was like, what the hell is this guy saying?
But I think like he killed the song as well.
Yeah, he did.
In terms of, I'm talking in terms of like not dropping it immediately after releasing it.
Yeah.
You know, like when you play the song and then the song becomes a hit instantly, and then you be like, nah, I'm only gonna drop it like 2 months to 3 months later.
Yeah.
And then people are already listening to the song because of from the mix that you were playing, they managed to I wouldn't say screenshot, but they managed to take that
a snippet
of that song and then make it a full track. Now whenever you drop it, people are already over it.
Yeah.
That's how I feel like most artists like use the thing. They will be posting the song on TikTok, and then it has this challenge and all that. By the time they drop the song, you feel like you could have made more money then than you making now.
Alright, man. So track number 3 is by the Vynalist. What?
I feel like
Vheketela. Yeah.
I don't know what Vheketela means, but the song is nice.
Yeah, the Vynalist, he got it.
That's why I was saying, sometimes I don't need to know what the lyrics mean, but I would actually, it's the same as this Amapiano wave.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's a wave now because of it sort of became a culture.
Yeah.
Look how the UK guys like are vibing with the piano thing.
They are, bro.
So they don't even know what are we singing about.
Yeah, so it's all about vibes.
But because of they are vibing with the beat, with this culture that's coming up, and it originates from an African country, and UK is actually mostly dominated by African people.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, most people in UK like African. Okay, UK is like close to Nigeria and all that. So most Nigerians.
Is it close to Nigeria? UK?
Yeah, it's close to Nigeria and DRC, I think.
Aren't they like a bit further apart? Because you know there's like what, Egypt. You still need to cross Egypt and all these.
Yeah, but I feel like in terms of Africans, Nigerians have more advantage into moving to UK than South Africans. Remember, we are down further there.
Yeah, we're down further. Yeah.
For us to actually, and South Africans are more like, they are scared, if I can say.
Yeah.
South Africans are scared of change. That's why South Africans grow up in South Africa, work in South Africa, they die in South Africa because of they don't want change. But with those guys, that's why they managed to move from DRC, look how up that thing is, and they come to South Africa to look for greener pastures.
Yeah, and they some really get it right.
Exactly. Actually, most of them get it right. Yeah. Because they are more financially minded than South Africans. Yeah. Hey, man, whenever we have Zaka, this is the only thing that we think about. Alcohol, behaving, we are comfortable in our own country. Yeah. So it's always like that.
Do you think it's ever going to change?
I feel like this my 2000 Kenyana that we're vibing, they are more of risk takers than the old generation. Yeah. Yeah. So they might be able to actually do this thing of relocating to other countries. Yeah, working abroad. But with us, the only time most of like our generation, they are starting now to move that side because of unemployment rate being high, and most China is looking for English teachers. And we actually doing good in that in South Africans because I know a few clubs of people that are actually that side. So
alright, so track number 4 is by Kabza the Small and Msaki Khusela.
Okay, that one I know the lyrics. Proper stuff. Proper.
How does the lyrics go?
It says, actually Msaki is pleading to God to actually protect his kids. Yeah. Which is us. Yeah. So it's like Khusela abantwana bakho. Yeah. Which is us. Yeah. So that's why I relate so much to the song, because of every day we asking for guidance from who? God.
From God, yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I feel like I relate to the track. The track is new. I think it's like 3 months old or 2 months old. Yeah. So
it's on. Is it already out? Kabza's new album.
Yeah, it's on the Kings of Amapiano Part 2. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Yeah. So Msaki is actually a good singer. Yeah. And she actually performed the song Go Kunye on the 9th of July. Yeah. A few weeks back. Go Pretoria. Yeah. Yeah. So it was a vibe.
Alright. So track number 5 is by Karyendasoul, Zakes, Bantwini, iMali. Finally, we got to the song. Yeah.
I feel like we all inspired to have Saga fit. I feel like everyone can actually attest to the point that we all want money.
Yeah, we all want money.
Hey, that's the only thing that we manifest about. This thing of life is not about money, or money can't buy you happiness. Yeah. I feel like it's a lie. When I'm happy, I gain weight. My weight doesn't come from food or all that. I do eat, but when I have money, that's when I feel like I'm at my happiest.
Yeah.
Got you just meet Anyana, and then they will see, no, this guy is happy. Yeah. Hey, because happiness comes from within. Yeah. If you are comfortable with yourself, then.
So why are they saying, money is the root of all evil? Do you believe in that?
I wouldn't say money is the root of all evil. Just that money changes people. Now, whenever I have money, I won't say I won't change. I will do change. Money will change me, chief.
For the better or for worse?
I wouldn't cut people off, but it will change me for better. Yeah. Like whenever you have money, that's when you realize okay, you start to see life differently. Yeah. Whenever for simple basics. Yeah. Njolo revolve around money.
Sure.
Hey, you need money for dates. You need money for everything.
Yeah, you do.
For your person to come through, they need money.
Yeah.
So if you don't have money, then what happens? So I wouldn't say money is the root of all evil. Just that money changes us differently.
Yeah.
Some people, whenever they have money, they start to get new friends, new circle, and then they forget everyone that was there for them before.
Yeah.
So obviously, I can't say whenever. Okay, now from a broke man's perspective, I will say that from a broke man perspective, in a club I'll never buy a Dom Perignon.
Why?
But because I'm broke, I don't understand why people buy it.
So if you have money, would you
But
buy
if I have money, I'll definitely do. It's the same perspective as a Kasi Jan saying, I'll never go to a restaurant and buy a dumpy for 42 rand or 40 or 50 bucks.
Yeah.
While court is like 20 bucks.
Yeah.
And then I get drunk more. But whenever they have money, they hit the jackpot from ref. But the first thing they do what? They buy Hennessy's. They do all those things. Only because of, from a broke perspective, you charging.
Yeah.
But whenever you get to that level, that's when you realize, this is actually the life.
Yeah.
Soft life.
So, bro, do you like find it easy like to loan people money? Would you like loan somebody money?
Yeah,
or
I would.
Would you expect it back, or like speed like ASAP, or would you just let it go? Like if maybe they take into like a lot of time, or to just give it back.
Depends. It depends on the friendship. Actually, if the friendship is tight, you know your friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if someone really needs money, and I can help, then I will help.
Yeah.
For friends wise, if they like, I wouldn't give someone like a deadline. Hey, I need my money tomorrow. I need my money when. If you need help, then you need help. Then I can help you out.
Yeah.
For example, I was working Momadler last year.
Yeah.
Okay, sharp. But because of I had some financial commitments that I was up to.
Yeah.
I got a job in Blow. When I got the job in Blow, they literally said, because I spoke with the guys on the phone, and they said I must come through on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And it was like on the 23rd or 24th of the month.
Yeah.
Or 25th, something like that. So I was only getting paid on Friday. And that was I got the call on Monday that I must be in Bloom on Wednesday for interview.
Yeah.
And that time I was bro.
Yeah.
So I needed a friend. And then I called someone. I was like, hey man, call me 5 clip. I wanna call guest. I wanna go to Bloom.
Yeah.
So that I can go for interview. You'll get it on Friday. Because of his friend, what did they do? They borrowed me the 5 clip, and then I went to Bloom, and they didn't have to remind me to pay back them.
Paid it back.
I knew like on Friday when my money went in, because of I got the job.
Yeah.
I just, my G, thank you very much.
Because
you really helped me.
He really helped you to get
like
there,
as friends we need to come through for each other. Not every time life is gonna be lemons.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like that.
Alright, so it's all good. We're gonna go to a break now. We'll be back. Peace. Action.
Hey, that was a weird one.
Alright, so we're back from the break. So you're gonna continue with the Eric Q Tip, your playlist defines your interview. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, man. So track number 6.
Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is
It's. Alright, so track number 6 is by Kweeyama Brothers and Mpura. Rest in peace, Mpura.
Pura. Gone too soon.
Gone too soon, bro.
Gone too soon.
Gone too soon.
That guy had a life.
Impilo Assistant 10.
Impilo Assistant 10, I think it inspires almost every one of us when I come to think of it. In terms of we are blacks. It's always about taking care of a family.
Yep.
Yeah, we are always hustling for bettering our homes and all that. So we are all looking for greener pastures, more life. So that song actually says something about almost everyone, like an African person in general, because of we are part of the generation that's supposed to change background our upbringing. To better our parents, because of they never had much opportunities as we do right now.
Are there opportunities right now?
Yeah, opportunities are there, even though we can say they are in people's hands, but they are there. Yeah, there are opportunities are always there. As much as you can say you can't get a job, but here you are, you're pushing something for yourself. That's an opportunity. So back then we never had the opportunity of being able to sit at a restaurant, shooting, having a conversation. So that's how we actually changing the narrative of growing up as a black child. So it's more, Impilo Assistant is more of we are bettering ourselves, we are bettering our families' lives. We are actually creating better opportunities for our children. Because everyone, you guys are making kids.
We're making kids.
We are making kids. We have a child.
You have a child.
You have a child.
You have a child.
Exactly. He has a child. Only this one. I don't know who is he waiting for, but are you shooting blanks?
You can't say that, bro. You can't say that to your brother, bro.
No, I'm not saying that, but I know my G is not in the mission of having kids anytime soon.
Out there somewhere. Right now, I'm for the streets.
You for the streets right now?
For the streets, nigga.
We are all for the streets, and then we're like, we got something out of the streets. Like for me, I had a degree before the degree itself. My child is my first degree. Because it's a varsity product.
Oh, okay.
Exactly. So
you have a son, right?
Yeah.
My
ninja.
Your ninja.
My ninja.
So back to this track, Impilo Assistant 10, bro. What inspired you to have this track on your playlist? I know, man, I know your playlist is all about levels, because like iMali and all that, spiritual vibes.
It's part of iMali. It's part of iMali. It's part of growth. Whenever you listen to a track, it changes. Like even when you sing along to the track, it speaks to you like, you know what, this is what I'm working for. It's more like, I know I'm working for a better life. I'm working for soft life, because nowadays it's soft life or nothing. So that's how the track came about, to be like, this song actually speaks about me.
And for those that don't know, what happened to Mpura? How did he leave?
Mpura was having his life. I would say he died on the job, because they were going to a gig called Rusty, and then they were involved in an accident. And whenever there's an accident, we can't actually be pointing fingers. If something is meant to happen, it's meant to happen. This thing of saying, if you're not going there, you won't have like an accident, or you weren't supposed to be involved in that situation. But at the end of the day, one way or the other, something was going to happen. If the day was meant to be either with accident, either with a gunshot, as much as we can say people are taking other people's lives, maybe that's how their lives are supposed to go about. It's the same as with Ricky. The guy who was well off, from a well-off family, everything, but at the end of the day, depression ended up having the better, like depression ended up having the upper hand. Yeah, so I think it's something that happens with most of us. We do get to that level of depression. Things are not going well. You feel like the world is like turn the back on you. So it's life, man. So it just depends on how you come out of it. And we can't actually blame people. Why did you take your life? What you don't know what that person was going through. I can be smiling with you, but when I get home, I'm crying. Life is hard.
Has that ever happened to you?
Yeah, it did.
So you
especially
been through depression before?
Especially the first half of this year. People will say I was living my best life, but at the end of the day, life was hard. Hey, I wouldn't say it was hard financially. I had a job, but at the end of the day, I was like, wait again. As much as I feel like I'm enough of this life thing, I still have someone to provide for. Yeah. So.
And what would like your advice be for someone that's watching, for a music lover that's watching right now, that's going through like depression? What would your advice be to them?
In terms of music actually plays a big role in our lives. It sends a message that we actually can't send as individuals. I might be going through stuff, but if you pay close attention to the music that we actually listen to, ride with, you can actually understand other people's emotions. Like for Ricky Rick was dropping hints left, right, center. Like for that song, My Home, if you can listen to the guy's lyrics, the guy was crying, was sending a message, crying out loud, but people were like, some people were relating to the song, but never actually took the song to actually analyze what the guy is actually going through. So it's something like that.
Alright, bro, but rest in peace Ricky, rest in peace Mpura, rest in peace to who's that other guy that
Tando is it Tando TD hey, those guys. I don't, because I never knew the other guys until the accident. I only from that accident it's Tando TD or something like that. I only know Mpura and Kilaka because Kilaka was found by Euphonic, I think.
Euphonic,
with that song where she was with that girl, and then that's how we ended up blowing up.
Alright, bro. So track number 7 is by Mnqoni, Yazo and Big Zulu, Zamalek.
It says Baba wami wayethanda Zamalek. Wayeshaya impela kuze kusekuseni. Actually, the song is not actually about Baba wami because of growing up. I've never had a father figure. I'm part of the, I wouldn't say deadbeat, but our fathers were disappearing like ants in the grass. Once they impregnate, they are there, and then shoom, gone. They are nowhere to be found. I know the guy. At the end of the day, he's my dad. But we never had a relationship or whatsoever. Because prior to 2010, the last time I remember. Okay, as a child, the only memory that I have of my dad, because growing up, I grew up. My mom was working in KZ. My mom was working in Durban. So I was born in Durban at Marine Hill Hospital. And then they were in a relationship with my mom, and then there were like some Lobola negotiations. But they never ended up getting married because of I don't know what. At the end of the day, you can't judge another guy's faults. Because of, well, I tried to reach out a few times, but it never worked out.
To your pops?
But it never works out. It never worked out.
But then does he know what you're doing? Does he know where you are? Does he know?
He knows where I am. He knows what I'm, because I usually go to Durban, like maybe for fun. And then I'll actually hit him up. Hey, Njayam, where are you? Like, no, because I know where he stays.
Yeah.
And then I'll go. And then I also discovered that I had a big brother because growing up I thought I was like the firstborn in his side.
Yeah.
But I found out that I have a big brother. Yeah. But me and the big brother, we do talk. We are cool. We're having the same problem with the guy. So the problem is him, it's not the woman.
What's the problem with him?
He doesn't want to raise kids.
Oh, damn.
That's his problem.
Yeah.
But yeah, we do try to, because as you grow, like growing up, you'll have like the resentment. But as growing up and then you are a guy, you tend to forgive just for peace sake. So that's what I did. We don't have a relationship, but I'm cool with him. Yeah, he was not there. Maybe if he was there, I wouldn't be the person that I am today. Yeah, so. And then the Zamalek thing came about because of growing up, because of my mom was working and then broke up with my dad. So she didn't really have someone to look after me, and then I ended up going to Eastern Cape. That's where like I went for crèche, grade 1, 2, 3. And then I grew up with my grandmother and my granddad.
Yeah.
And then I was with other cousins of mine, my aunt's kids. So they were way older than me. I was the youngest, and they were all girls. So my granddad was actually like, he was drinking. He was a heavy drinker. So sometimes we'll come back in the in the early hours of the night, around 3 a.m. and then the nigga would wake us up and want us to sing for him, and then clap hands and all that. So that's how the song like came about. Baba wangu echandi Zamalek shaguze kuze because of the guy like come in the, but he actually changed. I feel like as you grow up, you tend to outgrow some things, because now he's actually a pastor. Surprising. So growing up, he was like a heavy drinker, come back home drunk, come singing, and then he'll wake us up to sing along with him. So it was that type of situation. So that's how it came up, because he was the father figure to me in terms of upbringing, because of I'm the one who was looking after the cattle, the cows, sheep, and all that. So he will come in the, like, he will leave maybe around 3 p.m. and then he'll come back in around 3 a.m. and then he'll wake us up, and then he'll ask me, are the cows all back? Are the sheep all back? Because I think back then we had like 100 and something sheep, we had like 50 something cows. So I knew everything that had to do with all that. And bear in mind that I was still in like grade 2, 3.
And you were looking after the cows.
And I was looking, and that was my responsibility. Because I was the only guy. Because all in total from my mom's family, there were 5 or 6. So everyone was like out working wherever they are. My uncles were in Joburg.
Right. I have a question for you, bro. You know, say they in Tswana we call it Robert. Maybe your grandfather is Ntokozo too. His name is also Ntokozo. Like, is there like something that you guys need to do, like tradition-wise, since your playlist is such a spiritual type of playlist?
Yeah, I'm very big on tradition. Because even now, my son is his pandla. Yeah, because when you have a child, you have to go like introduce him to the ancestors. So last year December I did that when he was 2. So I took him there for the first time to Eastern Cape. And then did the whole traditional ceremony thing. Slaughtering the goat, introducing him to the ancestors.
Who was slaughtering? Do you know how to slaughter?
My G. That's what I'm saying. I woke up, I grew up in Eastern Cape, so I know everything. I can slaughter a cow, I can do everything, I can take out all of the meats. When you just hear eating beef, you don't know how the beef comes out about. So I grew up exposed to that. Because all my, I don't know what to call them, because this family, black family thing is tricky. So I don't know what to call them, but my grandfather's brothers, they were also big on this cultural thing. So
But it's necessary, man, to have these type of things.
So I was like the one that they were grooming. My grandfather was actually grooming me back then until I think 2004.
Yeah.
That's when I moved to Klerksdorp.
Yeah.
I came this side. First time hearing someone speaking Tswana. Like,
hey. First time?
Hey, that was the first time I heard someone speaking. Do you remember in the Eastern Cape there were no TVs? So the only thing that you were close to, it was radio, and radio is only Mhlobo Wene, speaking Xhosa right through. So when I get there, I'm like, okay, we're not so far from, because I'm from Montfrey. My mom is from Montfrey. So that's like 50 k's from Matatiele. In Matatiele, like, people from Lesotho, they just walk there.
People from Lesotho?
Yeah, they walk. There's no border gate that side.
There's no border.
There's no border.
There's
you
no
can
border
just
gate.
walk.
You're also from Matatiele, right?
Yeah. So you can just walk.
My mother's from
Yeah. So you can.
I frequent there sometimes.
So you can just walk from Lesotho to Matati. Actually, some of villages, Lesotho, people, they actually do, when they go to town, they go to Matatiele. Yeah. So.
Matatiele is a melting pot. Right?
Yeah.
Matatiele is a what?
It's a melting pot. Like, there's a whole. It's very diverse. There's a lot of people from everywhere.
From everywhere.
Because it's also close to KZN. Because
it's on the border.
Yeah, because even my town, from Eastern Cape, because we're like at the bottom.
Yeah.
I'm sure from my town to Durban is like 1 hour 20 minutes ride. It's like here to Joburg. Yeah, that's how close it is to Durban. So from my town, there's only like one town, and then you are entering KZN, which is Kokstad.
Alright. So let's move on to the next track. Alright, so track number 8 is by Teboho, Moruti, Ntata, Rona.
Ntata, Rona. That track is one of my gospel gems that I go to.
Yeah.
Especially when I was still like working in Blow. Every morning when I leave my place, that was the first track that I play when I get into the car. Yeah, that was my morning jam. People that hate me on WhatsApp, they'll know every morning I'll post listening to that song. So that's like my gospel song of, say,
Black Label
and Corona. Yeah.
You go to church?
Yeah, I do go to church, even if it's once or twice a year. It's something. Damn. But I do pray every day. Yeah. Even it could be bad days, it could be good days, I still do pray. Yeah. But at the end of the day, church is our go-to thing. Yeah. So I wouldn't say I don't go to church. I do go to church. Even if it's once a year, it's something. Hey, the Lord doesn't charge us based on going to church, because church nowadays is like business. So people are just opening church. Even tomorrow I can wake up and say, hey, I'm opening up a church, only to find out that I'm running a business. Look at how pastors are living, bro. Oh, those guys are living large. Hey, those guys are living large.
They are living large.
They are living large. So church is like just going there just to be around other people that are worshiping the Lord. Even though sometimes others are just going there just to look good in the eyes of others, while they don't actually praise what they're actually doing. Because most sinners are actually people that go to church every Sunday. Yeah,
because that's where they learned how to sing. You know? Alright, bro, so track number 9 is by Swhi.
Nomtekhala. Comes back to my Ngafa. So it comes back to my roots.
Your upbringing.
Yeah. I was born in KZN, I grew up in Eastern Cape. So both those provinces, they listen to the same music, which is Maskandi. Yeah. So back then, when I was still like growing up, Swhi Nomtekhala with the thing when it comes to Maskandi.
How does this song go? It's
actually talking about a guy that got. Okay, I'll try to be as PG as possible. That got dribbled by
a girl.
Girls. That's why I say Izintombi Zam.
Yeah.
He had Izintombi, so he got dribbled by girls. The other one was cheating. The other one was busy. So, and then he went to the clinic and then find out that he got sick.
What?
And that's if you can watch the music video of the song.
Yeah.
That guy goes to the clinic and then he get a test for HIV and then he finds out that he's sick.
Oh my goodness.
That's why it says Ngafa.
Yes.
It means I'm dying for nothing, just not because of someone decided to cheat on me. Yeah. So.
But then he had more, like, multiple girls, right? So he can't be specific as to who or where he got it from.
Yeah, but he says I think he knows where he got where he got the virus from, because of he's specific about this other girl.
Yeah.
That I loved you, but you decided to be busy with other people. So that's how the song came about.
I mean, don't you think the girl was busy with other people because he also had, multiple girls? I mean, come on now.
It actually became a norm for Zulu guys to have istembu.
What is istembu?
It's polygamy. Yeah. Having 3 wives, 2 wives. Even some people, some girls actually, like, out of the Zulu culture, they're actually interested. Even Tswana girls, they're actually Tswana girls that are interested in istembu.
Right, yeah.
Because of they feel like, that setup will actually, some people are actually scared of commitment to, like, for that person to be actually committed to them alone. Because of, it's natural for guys to cheat.
Yeah.
Well, not for guys, everyone cheats.
But
just that guys get caught more than girls.
Have you ever been caught?
Couple of times.
A couple of times?
Yeah, I'm a bad cheater, bruh.
But how? Like, how did you get caught? Like, tell us, man.
Yeah, well, like, the first hectic time that I ever got caught, it was 2018 December.
Shit happens in December.
Me and my girl were going through some stuff, and then it was some sort of a breakup situation, but we're still talking, trying to mend things.
Yeah.
And then it was a blink of an eye, like we are sitting like this, and then we decide it's December.
Yeah.
Let's go to Durban, and then sharp, we're going.
Yeah.
And then I didn't tell them, and then I went to Durban. We vibed with Durban and the whole December. It was from the 14th until the 20th of December.
Yeah.
And then I came back. Actually, that time I had a new phone, so I didn't know these new phones, how they were working. This phone has recently deleted kind of shandies. So I didn't know that. I forgot that once you delete stuff, you still have to go to recently deleted and delete.
Yeah.
So I go back to Bloom's January. Me and my hand were fat and setting. So I didn't delete the stuff that happened, got heaven. And then I actually met some girl, got heaven. But it was like, I never did anything with her. But
you never did anything with her, for real?
For real. But then we started vibing afterwards.
Yeah,
and then we were talking, constantly talking.
Yeah.
And then when it was time for me to go back to Bloom, I deleted the stuff, like videos and everything.
What videos?
Videos like in general that I was in Durban, because I didn't tell her that I was in Durban.
Yeah.
And then after deleted, they were left on the recently deleted phone.
Oh damn.
So when she took I was free with my phone.
Yeah.
And then she took my phone, and then she went straight to recently deleted.
Yeah.
Screenshots. Alice was there.
Damn.
My brother, I saw my phone. I was staying on the second floor at the flat. I saw my phone flying to the wall. After that, I saw my phone going from the door to the ground floor.
Klar.
And when I checked my phone, it was 2 pieces. The screen was that side. The back side of the battery was on the other side. So that's how it came about. That was the actually first time that I was ever caught.
Yeah.
And hectic. And then it was like big situation. But we did many things, and then I was caught by January, and then Feb she got pregnant.
Your kid?
the mother of my child.
Yeah. Oh, damn.
Because that time I was dating her. I think in 2018 it was our second year. Because we dated for like 4 years. 4 years and 4 years and a few months.
Yeah. So when like has a girl ever cheated on you and you know it got to
I wouldn't
you?
say no. I just never caught anyone cheating on me.
Never ever.
Nah.
But then would you think,
But I wouldn't say they never cheated on me. Definitely. Yeah, at some point. At some point you get rasport. There's no way that
you get what? Rasport?
Yeah, but you get rasport, but you'll never know. But when you date someone, you'll see, and you'll see like when they change, like change of behavior. What's happening here?
Yeah.
Like, and then you suspect. Okay, so I did get some few things. Maybe let's say she's entertaining some few guys. Yeah, you do get stuff like that, but maybe that entertainment never goes beyond. But you do see stuff like that.
But so have you like ever dribbled another guy or did something with that this guy is in a relationship with this girl? Have you ever did some shit?
I was single actually this year.
Hey, so you've been doing things with other niggas' chicks?
From far, Jaga. I've been to there are relationships that when you see you be like, that one it's stable now because of me.
Yeah.
Damn. That's how bad it is. You're like, it's stable now because of me. You're like, that relationship, it's coming here. Like, like when you, it's not a good thing, but it happens, man. You can like motu. At the end of the day, you otamo to komotu.
Yeah.
So it happened, and I did a few of those. So my last one was actually this year.
Yeah.
We're vibing nicely. But that's when I realized, sometimes you realize, women, they're devil worshippers, they can pull up a straight face, they're devil worshippers. But you can't judge a person because of you're also involved and you know what's happening in their lives. You know that they are in a relationship, but you still pursue whatever that you're doing with them. And then, it happens. So maybe someone utisise my relationship at some point, but I didn't know. It's possible. What you do on the left hand side can be done on the right hand side. On the right hand side. So
over X.
Exactly.
Yes.
So I did some few entanglements with people's base.
Oh my
and it
goodness.
Was they turn up to be the best thing ever to happen to you.
Would you do that to a friend of yours? Like that you mentioned that there's a guy that helped you out to move to Blom.
Yeah.
Obviously he's a close friend.
Nah.
So would you ever do that to a close friend?
Nah.
You've never ever done that before?
Nah. The only time I've actually attempted to date someone that once dated my friend is because of they were dating, and then me and the hand became close, and then they only dated I think like for 3 months. And then they found out that they actually related. Parents wise. So they broke up because of they discovered that they are family.
Oh damn.
So I was like, my G, I'm not dating your ex, I'm dating your family. But it never lasted though. I think with me and the girl we dated for like a month or 2. So it never lasted much. So that was the only time. But I was actually upfront with the guy. I was like, because I think they dated back in like 2013. And then I had a thing with a girl like in 2021. So it was years later. It was years later, but it never actually lasted. Because of I feel like we were more good as friends than in a relationship.
Alright, bro, so track number 10 almost done. Track number 10 is by Wanita Mos.
So fast Silahlane.
Master KJ. So fast Silahlane.
At the moment, Nkosazana Daughter is my favorite vocalist. Before Amifa is Nkosazana Daughter and then Amifa. She's dropping bombs. she's dropping bombs. I feel like I saw Kabamo head. She's been dropping love songs left and right. Once they deal with her, I will know by the song that you will drop that now they've dealt with it. She's young.
What if she's so professional that she never really gets to that point?
There is no way.
She drops music like that.
There is no way. There is no way that you can be professional after a breakup and then you write a song about love and then you write a love song afterwards. The only time you're gonna write a love song, it's when you are Drake. And they were like, hey, Bandra Sports. So that's the only time you're gonna be writing heartbreak songs. She's been writing love songs ever since. Darling Guwe, so far Silahlane. Okay, when so far Silahlane dropped, I was actually singing. So you know when the song plays and you feel like you could be singing into someone's face, but you can't. So that's how I ended up relating to the song. So far Silahlane. But it's actually a nice joint.
It's a nice joint. It's my favorite.
And the last weekend, Saturday, I was actually vibing to Nkosazana's daughter. She was performing on BLK.
Yeah, we were there. We were there.
That was the only reason I went to Porsche.
Yeah, same.
Exactly. Same. I went to Porsche because of Nkosazana's daughter was performing.
Yeah. And the thing that pushed me was really, I just wanted to give like her manager.
Oh, Sviso,
the Airy Q-tip sweater.
Yeah. Because I remember we actually ended up having to...
Yeah, we had to go all the way, sneak in. I sneaked in,
just to talk to the manager, and then the bouncers are there, like, hey, you are coming from General. What do you want here? But we pushed, we managed to give the guy the merchandise.
Yeah, and he was so happy, man. I hope he says...
He's actually a good G.
Yeah.
He's actually a good G.
Alright. But yeah, man, we've reached the end of our Airy Q-tip, Your Playlist Defines You interview, episode 9 with TK.
Yeah, this was not an interview.
What was
this? Was a conversation.
It was a conversation.
Yeah, we were conversating.
We were just conversating.
Yeah, there's an interview. Interview is when you go for a job interview.
Yeah.
Of which I don't remember doing. I once did. Actually, the first time I did an interview was for a job called Clicks.
Clicks?
Yeah, I once worked with Clicks in Bloom.
As well, what were you doing? What was your role?
I was a cashier.
Yeah.
I was a cashier, and then I was also packing stock in the shelves. And then I worked as a cashier, but 3.5 was too little. Remember, I'm in varsity. I like the finer things in life. I'm drinking every weekend. 3.5 was not sustaining me. And then I left Clicks. I became a waiter. As a waiter, I was paying it. I was making from 20 to 30K a month.
20 to 30. Where were you working, bro?
Bloom. It was
like which restaurant?
It was they call it White People's Restaurant.
That's the name of the restaurant.
No, the name of the restaurant is Copper Clover, but its main
is what?
The Copper Clover.
Okay. Yeah.
It's in Langhoven Park in Bloem, because I was staying in Langhoven Park around that time.
Yeah.
Actually, the time I was looking for practicals for Skela, and then because I was not getting any luck, I was like, hey, let me get some, because I didn't want to go home. You know, when you get home, you get comfortable, and then even if you are job hunting, you end up relaxing because of everything is there. When you get home, you have food on the table,
you get comfortable.
You have lights running for you. You don't have to contribute anything. So when you're staying on your own, you have to keep the lights running. Your next meal it's actually focusing on you, what you do. So I became a waiter, worked there in the Copper Clover. There was a white people restaurant. And those white people are tippers. Whenever a black person was walking in a restaurant, you'd be like, hey, brown dish is here. And then you'll see the waiters dispersing from the door, running away from a black person. Because of black people, they will have a bill of like 2K. And then black people were having like a bill of 2K and then only tip you like $10 or $20. At most 50. So white people will have a bill of 2K and they'll tip you around 5 to 1K. 500 to 1K. So
what? How much, like the highest amount tip that you've received? How much was
the highest tip that I've ever received was like 3.2.
Was it from a black person or from a white person?
It was from a white person. The most that I've received from a black person was like 1.5. It was a black lady. Because on Saturdays we usually hosted kids' birthday parties because we had a bigger venue.
Yeah.
So we had like your trampolines, your slides at the back of the restaurant. So people would bring on their kids for like birthday parties. They'll book like, okay, I'm gonna bring kids. It's gonna be certain, so like maybe let's say 30 people. And then the friends will also bring that. So the lady came through, was like, hey, I wanna. So because of what I just said, waiters were running away from black people.
Of course.
So immediately when they said they heard that the lady wants to book for Saturday, she's hosting a birthday party for her kid. Hey, they were like, nah, I can't do the table. It's gonna be a waste. Because of on Saturday, you'll actually make 5K from 8 until 8 at night. From 8 in the morning until 8 at night. So people will be like, hey, I'm gonna be focusing on that table, and that table won't be tipping me much. So rather I run from that table.
Alright.
So that lady came through, assisted her with the booking, and then she's like, okay, you're gonna save me. I was like, I don't mind, I'm gonna save you. Then I saved the lady. They came through around 12 midday. They left around 7:30, and the bill was like 3K to 4K. And then she tipped me 1.5. That was the most that I've ever got from a black person. Because usually big tippers are white people. Well, the guy usually came through. He was on crutches. The guy, but he was racist.
But he still tipped you.
Like he will tip, but he was racist. He was cool until he got drunk. He gets drunk because he was a regular at the restaurant. He will come through, drink, and then after getting drunk, he'll start to be too demanding, saying all this racial stuff. But because of your waiter, you have to be professional. You'll just entertain him, and then when it's time for him to pay the bill, if the bill is like 4K, he will double the bill and pay like 8K, and then he'll tip you the same amount as the bill.
Damn.
So even though he was racist, people liked saving him because of the tip. So it's more like he was buying you to be racist to you, so that you wouldn't notice that he's racist.
But that's fucked up.
I know, like people actually will fight to save that guy, even though knowing that he's gonna be saying all this racial stuff to you, calling you the K word. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna be begging, because his bill never ran short from 3K. There's always 3K and above. Because he was a heavy drinker and he was on wheelchair.
And he was on a wheelchair.
So obviously he's sitting. He'll never stumble up when he stands up. So that's how he was a heavy drinker.
Alright, like I said, we reached the end of the Eric Q-Tip. Your playlist defines your interview. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe. I mean, you can still order the merch, still available. Just check us up on WhatsApp. We got a WhatsApp store there. You know what I'm saying? And wherever I am, there's Eric Q-Tip. You can just approach me, slide in your order, because you can make transactions easily. I mean, communication is easily. Take my number, take your number, you send me your playlist,
Plus, what is it? Capitec is back online, so you don't have an excuse to say you can't do transactions.
Capitec is back online, and I also have a Yoko. I also have a Yoko Go, man. Like, so you can just transact easily, So please be sure to like, subscribe, comment. Are you on any social media platforms, bro?
I'm on social media, but I'm active but not active. I'm not a big poster.
You check out. You like.
I'm always there. I'm always on social media, but you'll never see me posting. I'm just there to like.
Shimlady CCTV.
Exactly. Like, view. Not comment, but I'm just there. Yeah. Maybe go Twitter, retweet. That's it.
Alright, man. So peace. We're finished, dog.
Peace, my gents.
Peace.
Awelele.